Hi and good morning. This is Ann Brower with Hey Now Media, and we are back for our final installment of our webinar series with the Better Business Bureau. Today, I am welcoming our social media expert. Her name is Andrea Kaplan, and she is going to be doing social media networking or not working with us today. So I will let her take it away. Good morning, everybody. I hope we all made it to our destinations on time this morning. I know the roads were a bit crazy. So I do social media and digital marketing for Hey Now, and I'm excited to, kind of tune you guys in on what's happening in this hot topic that's always changing. So feel free to interrupt if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer. Okay, so let's start by defining what social media is. I'm sure a lot of you have kids and you hear about them all the time, like tweeting, posting, but we'll start with the basics and figure out that social media is a noun, and it's really defined by any website or application that enables you to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Now, you can take social networking and think, okay, I know what networking is when you're attending different events. Maybe you are a member of a group or a club and you're going with special interests. You're talking about your business. You're sharing leads. So social media turns into a constant version of networking, which we call social networking. And this is defined as the use of dedicated websites and applications to interact with others or to find people with similar interests to oneself. So when you're on social media, think about every time that you share, like, comment, pin, or tweet, you're actually networking. And social media allows you to be networking 24/7 and allows others to be networking with you. Even when you're sleeping, it's something that's constantly going on, which is why social media is becoming such a great tool to use these days. So let's start with where it all began. A few years ago, wow, it's been a while, back in 2002, a site called Friendster was developed, and that was the first actual website that was used strictly for social networking. And unlike Facebook and Twitter, the only way people could connect on Friendster was if they had a common interest. And this kind of started the whole era of connecting with people online just to network. So what came next? So I want small business to meet Facebook. So meet everybody. Facebook launched a few years after Friendster and kind of took over. It came about in 2006. I'm sure you guys have all seen Mark Zuckerberg online talking, or maybe you've seen him on the news before. And Facebook started purely for Harvard students to connect with each other and just kind of chat about their interests about school, but it definitely surpassed that demographic within seconds and is now the king of the internet and king of social networking. Everybody in the world uses Facebook. It boasts 1.3 million active users and is continually growing. And we'll touch base more about what Facebook can do for your business later. Okay, so networking or not working, why you should invest in social media. So we'll go through a couple key topics here as to, why you should get involved. You've heard it before, oh, Facebook's just for my kids, but actually Facebook is the leading social network for B2C marketing. So if you're in business to gain the attention of your customers or new audiences, Facebook is definitely a key tool for that. And then, as I'm sure you've heard of, blogs are a really big thing these days. A lot of people are finding news through blogs and bloggers, and actually 23% of marketers invested in blogs and social media in 2013, which is a lot higher than in previous years, just because it's a great way to get content out about your business and just start that conversation. And another huge statistic that probably is going to catch your eye is 73% of online adults use social networking sites. So most of adults are getting their information from such things as Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and it's just a great tool to find out information. And then also, when you have something like a Facebook business page, it gives your business an organic human feel. Think about it, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night, you can't sleep, you're scrolling through your news feed, your friends are scrolling through their news feeds, and you see somebody's business. You know, it's letting them interact and see your brand's personality come to life as if they would check in with a friend online. And then it also increases customer loyalty. So as much as you put your business out there, it's letting the customers constantly come back and feel fulfilled from what you're offering to them. But then most of all, like, your Facebook business page is your business's personality online, accessible 24 hours a day. So it's building consumer trust. The more information that you have accessible to them, the more likely that they're going to keep coming back to you as a resource, or just coming back because they appreciate your brand. So like every company needs capital to start, every company also needs an audience. And social media is that one place that you can start building your audience, and it's endless. You can tell your story from start to finish any time of the day, any day of the month, any day of the year. So it's a great place to get your feet wet if you want to start a new company. You know, the audience is there. The numbers don't lie. So many people are using social media, so it's definitely time to start investing in getting your business an audience around the clock. So I want you to just imagine for a second all of the possibilities online. We've all typed something into Google and it always pops back up. So imagine a world where there's over 2 billion users online every single day, and they are at your fingertips for you to access through social media. All of these users are available to you. Every time that you post or tweet something, you have access to every single one of these people, and they also in return have access to you. So we'll go through and talk about exactly who is online and what is coming about these days. So since 2000, there's been a 566% growth of internet users. And from that, each person spends on average about 3.2 hours every day on social media alone, whether they're doing it from their desktop, their mobile, or their tablet. They're spending over 3 hours just on social media. Now, you may think that's crazy. Where are people finding time to do this? But all of the alerts on your phone, I mean, we're glued to our phones. People are on it. They're definitely using it. If you can see on the chart right next to the content on here, there's over 800 million people on YouTube, 500 million on Twitter, 340 million using Google+. There's 200 million on LinkedIn. People are constantly using social networking sites. But what could they possibly be doing for 3.5 hours every day on social media? So I have it broken down. A female's main purpose in use of social media is to stay in touch and keep in touch with friends and family, where a male's main use of social media is to boost his influence, whether it be amongst his friends, colleagues, or peers. And I actually read an article on Forbes that said most men strictly use Facebook as a social media and digital Rolodex, so they can constantly keep in touch with what their friends and other counterparts are doing. However, both sexes' main purpose in using social media is to seek advice and information. They are using social media to stay on top of what's happening today, whether it be a new product or what's going on in the news. They're scrolling through their news feeds, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter, to find out what the latest trends are. And if you think about it, everybody's using the internet to do research. They want to know further what's going on with their product. Before someone goes out and buys something today, they have the accessibility to Google it. They want to find out, okay, which is the best product. And actually 62% of the internet is used for research, while 58% is used for shopping. So we will go a little bit further into how your business, no matter if you're B2C or B2B, can interact with these people who are using social media for the purpose of finding out more about the products and the services they use every day. So let's take, for example, your company. How can you benefit from building a Facebook business page? And we'll keep it simple. There's a ton more other social media sites that you do have access to, but since Facebook is the main one, everybody's on it. No matter what kind of business you have, you should definitely have a presence on Facebook and take the time and invest in building a Facebook business page. So let's think about it. What is your company? If your company could talk, what would they sound like? What's your personality? Are you straightforward? Are you fun, friendly? Are you flexible? Are you low-key? All of that can be communicated through a Facebook business page. If you can see, this Butcher and the Brewer is a restaurant on East 4th. They started a Facebook business page about 8 months before they opened. They've been open about 6 right now, and they have over 3,400 likes, and over 2,900 people have actually visited the restaurant. They have a 5-star rating on Facebook, so as somebody checks into Facebook, this actually pushes it to all of their friends and allows their friends to see where they're going and the experience they had, because more than likely somebody's sharing a photo or posting about what they ate, and it looks really cool online to see, oh, my friend's been here, they've eaten this. And then it also allows Butcher and the Brewer to communicate with those people that have eaten at their restaurant or visited them for a night. It allows them to show their customer appreciation. And then also, if you can see, they've shared articles that local food critics such as Doug Trattner have put out. So it's just a great way to, get your voice out there, allow people to see what kind of company you have, what kind of business you have, and really share your voice. So if your business could speak to anybody, allow it to have that conversation online. Let your brand shine through all of the time with social media. It's the one place where you can have constant contact with your demographic of customers. So you've probably heard, I've already mentioned tweeting, pinning, liking, sharing, and LinkedIn. There's so many networks. How are you to define which one's going to get you the best return on investment? So I'll kind of go through briefly all of them. I've mentioned that every business should have a Facebook page, which is great because every single person is on Facebook. I will go through, if you're a business that has constant updates every day, I would get on Twitter because that allows you to tweet 3 to 4 times a day. That's the normal, but Twitter is mostly a male-dominated social media site. If your business is image heavy, for instance, you're a cabinetry company, you're a furniture company, you're a clothing store, get on Pinterest because it's image heavy. Every post has to have an image, so that allows all of the social media goers to see your product for what it is, and then it also allows you to show it. It lets you show off what you have, and if somebody likes something, they can repin it. Now, Pinterest is dominated by females, so once again, if you are an industry that you have a lot of female goers, Pinterest is where to be. If you guys have specific questions about these, I would be happy to answer them now, or we can wait till the end if you kind of want to see where your business fits. Lastly, we have Instagram, which is also image heavy. That is a great place to add in photos from what your company does, whether you are image heavy or just are working on really cool projects. Lastly, there is LinkedIn, and I think any business owner should be on LinkedIn. It's non-negotiable. It is the networking site from all standpoints. It's a great place to share updates about your company. So whether you have a LinkedIn business page, you should have a personal LinkedIn page yourself, just so that you can share with your network all the new stuff that you are doing. And I do actually think we have a question. All right, how do you choose between Pinterest and Instagram? And that came from Scott Smith. Okay, Scott, so to choose between Pinterest and Instagram, think about your core customer. How old are they? What kind of products are you selling? Pinterest boasts a little bit older demographic and is mostly used by females. And then Instagram is the leading social media site for American teenagers. So depending on what your business is, if you're looking for customers who are going to spend income, I would definitely lean towards Pinterest. Instagram is one of those things ruled by American teens. It kind of allows them to show off like their latest Christmas gifts and really replacing the Facebook for the younger demographic. So if you're a B2C company going after, let's say, over 20-somethings, I would definitely go the Pinterest route. Does that answer for you there? Yes, skateboards on Instagram, kitchen cabinets on Pinterest. You got it. You got it. All right. Okay, so let's talk about where I've been spending most of the time today, and that's Facebook. And I'm just doing that because Facebook is easily accessible. It's user-friendly. Even if you've never been on Facebook before, the second you log on to Facebook, it will show you tutorials on everything, how to set up a business page to placing your own ad. So it's just really user-friendly, and I think that every single business, no matter if you're B2C, B2B, can definitely benefit from Facebook. I read a quote the other day that said over 52% of marketers on Facebook actually got a lead. So it doesn't matter how much time you have, you should invest some of it into at least having a presence on Facebook, because everybody is on Facebook. The amount of influence that you can have is huge. So don't think that Facebook's just for your kids. I'm sure your kids are totally familiar with it, but the growing demographic on Facebook is the 45 plus age group. That makes up 46% of the users. So when I say that 62% of people are online doing research for products that they're going to buy, most of them are on Facebook. And the way that you can access them is by building and creating posts and a business page. And Facebook's one of those things where you just need to update it daily. I tell our clients that you want to post something once a day, specifically Monday through Friday, unless you're like a restaurant or bar entertainment spot, then feel free to like switch it up and post on the weekends. But it's definitely one of those things where you can upload videos, you can upload photos, and then share links with all of your fans and your audience. And then kind of like LinkedIn is non-negotiable for any business owner or person in this industry. Being an active user on Facebook in 2015 is non-negotiable. If you are going to compete in today's market, you need to set up a Facebook page to show that you care about these upcoming demographics who spend most of their time online. And then the content style should be always to the point and associated with your brand personality. Think of your Facebook business page as your company speaking to somebody. This is where users can access information about your business any time of the day, and it also allows you to push out information about your business any time of the day. So it's kind of a go-to for everything online in one quick space. If you're sitting there bored on your phone and you're flipping through your news feed, as if someone's flipping through their news feed checking out, their friend's new puppy, at the same time you can make a Facebook post and they can check out your latest products, dishes, whatever your company does can easily go right into that mix as if somebody's checking out what their friends are doing online. So definitely spend the time and invest in Facebook because it's not going away. And then I've probably consumed your brain with all of these social media sites. How do you stay on top of it? Well, just like people invented Pinterest and Facebook, they also needed to invent a way that business people like ourselves can stay on top of something like this. So first of all, let's get and you build a strategy. The only way you stick with something is by having a plan. So think about how much time that you can invest in social media. Think about how many hours a week that you can put into building yourself an audience online. And then build out an editorial calendar. If you have a marketing plan for the year, that marketing plan easily translates to what your next Facebook post can be. if you're running sales and you're saying, okay, this week we're going to push 10% off if you buy $500 or more. That's your Facebook post right there. All you need is an image with it. And that's what you can put in your social media editorial calendar, whether you're keeping it already written out in your phone, or you can use the sites, which I have listed here, and you can definitely feel free to Google them. They're all free. So I have Hootsuite, Buffer, and Sprout Social, all of which have different models that you can access for no charge. So get your social media calendar written out, schedule the post through one of these apps, and then most of all, stick with a routine. I tell a lot of our clients when we write out the strategies, spend one day a month building out what your posts are. If you already have an active marketing plan and you're sticking with it, spend an extra hour, 2 hours a month, and go through and put those same sales, same customer feedback through one of these schedulers so that you don't even have to think about posting anymore, and it just starts becoming natural. And then I guarantee in a month or two after sticking with it, your audience online is going to go up, and people are going to start recognizing that you are taking an interest in pushing your products online, and then they'll become interested. You'll start seeing your likes going up, and you'll start seeing new business coming in strictly from social media.
Are there any questions about strategy? I know it's a lot to take in, so we just want to take a second. If there's any questions, feel free to ask right now.
Okay, and how do you get the audience that you want? I said it was really key to go on Facebook. And I know everybody's always curious, like, who's my customer? How am I getting leads in? Well, Facebook, for no charge, can actually tell you exactly who your demographic online is, which can really help your business grow and see what you can push online. So if you look here, this is just the fans. It's one of Hey Now's clients. And you can see that 94% of our fans are women. And Facebook allows us to see that 26% of our fans are in the age demographic of 25 to 34. So that really helps us and this client build specific sales and services to serve this demographic. But most of all, it allows us to find our language and our tone online. So you may have one customer that's reading, for instance, your print advertisements, but then you also are serving another demographic online, which is that 25 to 34-year-old age gap. So you might want to think, okay, my presence online is women with children. How can I associate my product with these women's interests? And it's really cool because Facebook lets you see that. It lets you see exactly who your fans are, the people you've reached, the people you've engaged, and also the people that have walked in your store and to check in. So it's a really great tool to see what's free and online, and then it lets you pull the data, which is awesome to see exactly who you're interacting with. And then you can also do advertisements. So if you put a post up and you see, wow, I've had 10 likes on it, that's really awesome. It's so easy to do Facebook advertisements. It'll ask you on your business page, would you like to create an ad out of this? And then it will walk you through advertising. And if you can see here, this is just one of Hey Now's posts. This is from another social media training that we did. You can choose to push this post out to people that already like your page, people who like your page, and their friends. So if I like Hey Now Media and you want to spend money on boosting your post, this post will then be boosted to the person who liked your page and their friends, who more than likely have similar interests and would find your business of interest to them. And then also Facebook, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, you can choose it through targeting. So if you have a customer database of over 100 emails and you want to do a specific sale or get a specific piece of information out, you can do that through Facebook as well. And it's awesome. You can pick the exact gender, you can pick your age, and you can break it down into cities. So you can either do Cleveland, you can do Lyndhurst, you can do Highland Heights. I mean, Facebook really lets you target specifically, and then your budget can be anywhere from $5 to $5,000, and it'll show you exactly how many people that it's estimated to reach. And all this, there's tutorials on it. It's just a great way to start testing social media and getting a return on investment while growing your business at the same time. So Why social media? How do we do it? By 2017, millennials will be the largest buying power in the world. And this is my generation. I was born in 1991. I am one of those people that's glued to their iPhone all day long because that's all I know. I only know the internet. So you have to think, how can your business compete with this up-and-coming market who will have the largest buying power? And it's definitely coming from social media, and it's never too late to start gaining new customers. I know every business loves new business. So let's think. It's always time to take the jump and dive into the world of social media. You know, it may be really intimidating, but we are here to help, and it's never too late to start learning. It's so user-friendly. Jump on Facebook. If you ever have any questions, you know, we are here for you. So do we have any questions? I know that was so much information, but definitely I'd be happy to go back, talk about strategy, maybe which social media site is best for you. So once again, I'm Andrea with Hey Now Media. Feel free to ask away.
And you can contact Andrea with her information that's up here. You can also contact Hey Now Media directly. You know, we're around, we're in the community, we do seminars and different things around town, and we really love helping people grow and learn. So, you know, please don't hesitate if you have any questions. We also have a great newsletter that you can join and get in on, and you can sign up for that on our website, www.heynowmedia.com, and it comes out once a month-ish with great tips and resources for businesses too. So, are there any questions? Don't be shy. Looks like everyone has it all figured out, Andrea. I think.
All right, you guys are experts now.
Yeah, I think you covered everything.
Yeah, be sure to go on Facebook too and check out Hey Now Media. We're doing a new Inside the Brand series. We're going to kind of be showcasing local Cleveland businesses and organizations who have done a fantastic job with their brand. So feel free to use us as a resource. You know, check out our content. We have a lot of upcoming stuff in 2015, and make sure you like us on Facebook.
Okay, thank you very much to Hey Now Media. This was a great three-part series that we had them do for us. This is wonderful. I just want to remind you all that we do have a recording of each of these, that if you missed one or you want to go back and take a look at it again, we have them here on our group site, and I can also send them out to you in an email. Just let me know. And make sure you check back with us soon for some more great BBB Flash webinars. And thank you again for the presentation.